Hey guys, Token Vaping. So today's juice review is obviously will be up here. It is the final flavor in this line, and as you all know, I have been trying to cut down the amount of time each video is so I can devote the video specifically to a flavor. It does make it a little bit easier, and it does make the videos shorter, so they are easier to watch. However, it does tend to lengthen the amount of time it takes me to get through the line, or however many flavors I'm able to get from the company. So it's a give or take, but I believe, you know, it's better off waiting a little bit longer to see a specific flavor when I can devote more time per flavor to each video. So with that, the final flavor, as you can tell right here, is from Apothecary Elixir Company. This is a North Carolina based company, and if you've seen my other videos, Mr. Williams, the gentleman that is the main man behind this company, and his employees have a huge passion and dedication, and just a love of vaping. Whether it's the flavors, it's the different devices, it's meeting people, it's learning about how vaping has affected people from all walks of life, and you know, all the benefits and help that vaping has given to people. He's turned his love and passion into, you know, products that can help further the joy of vaping. He also, as of now, I believe, well, not today, but as of recently, they've started donating, I believe it's 10% of their profits towards SFATA to help further advocacy for vaping, to help as much as they possibly can. The company does have two lines. I believe the one line is called the Medica line, Medica collection. These are flavors that Mr. Williams specifically likes. Not that he's trying to make you like what he likes, but these are flavors that he's picked out because they've helped him. He enjoys their flavor, you know, things that he's found out that other people like, and he's tried to craft a specific line for that. They also have a second line called the Compound Collection, and that line is one that he's gotten lots of feedback from customers. You know, people saying, oh, hey, if you ever decide to make this flavor, you should consider this, or if you're going to make a line, you should try this flavor. So he's got two different lines that have different flavors to them. This is from the Medica line. It is Elixir number 8. This is their label, and I'm a big fan of their label. If you watch my other videos, I've stated that I do like their label because they have a very old world, faded look to them. It's like an old-timey type picture. Back when, like, you see the gentleman, Dr. McGillicuddy's cure-all elixir type thing, and the way that his sign and everything was, it has that feel to it, and I think it's very cool. It is a 30 ml bottle. They are available in a 30, a 50, and 100 ml bottles. This one is 3 nicotine because that's what I vape, but it is offered also in a 0, a 1.5, a 6, and a 12. So, you know, they try to accommodate all facets of vapors, whether it's a nic option, a size option, things like that, to try to accommodate everybody. And they just want to make sure that everybody is getting the quality in a vape juice as possible, not because they feel that's what people will pay for, but that's what they deserve. So regardless of what the price is, they want to make sure that they're putting into the hands of vapors the highest quality juice that's possible. It's all locally sourced. It's all U.S. made. It does have your warning and ingredient labels here, and there is the website, which is apothecaryelixirs.com. They also are on Instagram and Facebook as well. Now, one of the other things that's really cool about the website, if you actually go and look it up, it has got a plethora of information, not just about the company, not just about the man behind it, not just about what their vision and their goals, but it also has a lot of information just pertaining to vaping. One of the things that I think is cool is they also mention about pre-steeping. You know, if a juice specifically needs to be or isn't pre-steeped when you receive it, or if it's a flavor that, you know, even though you can vape it upon delivery, you know, there are certain flavors that if you do let steep a little bit longer, it does help enhance the flavor, bring it out more, and they notate that on each flavor that they offer, which is really cool. They also offer the mix ratio, and they also have different chemical compounds and mixtures and things like that, so that you really know everything that's going on about what it is that you're purchasing. They also offer sample packs, which is really cool. So out of all the flavors that they have on their website, they do offer specific packs that they put certain ones into to make up that pack. You know, it may be like a custard pack, and whatever flavors they have that have custard or a heavy cream taste to it, they'll throw in there. So you can get a kind of a feel and a smorgasbord of different samples to try before you commit to a single bottle. Or you can watch my video. But this one is Elixir number 8, and this is an 87.5 VG with a 12.5 PG. Now, I mean, some people may ask why the 0.5 and things like that. You know what? I'm not a mixologist. I'm not a chemist. Obviously, there is a point to it. Whenever you're mixing chemicals and flavoring and ingredients all together, you know, you want to make sure that you put together the best combination possible for that flavor, and that's what that is. If it includes a 0.5 or something, then so be it. If it helps make the flavor that much better. But this one is a peanut butter with a splash of coconut, and then it's held together by marshmallows made of almond milk. So this is actually a flavor that's right up my alley, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And it's ironic that I saved this one for last. I didn't even realize that's what the flavor was until just now. But as you can see, it does have a hefty safety ring on this, and I can spin this all day and it will not affect it at all. So this is a first vape first review. So on a fresh cotton wick here, which as always, I have my trusty Texas Tough Cotton. It's not a pansy ass cotton ball. It doesn't shred easily. It's very durable, works really well, holds up well under usage, and it doesn't have a very strong cottony taste. So it doesn't take long for the juice to work its way through instantly, and you get nothing but flavor. So on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. So we're gonna go ahead and bust this top open. You should hear the pop right there, and that's a beefy ring for what it is. And the other cool thing about this bottle, it has a nozzle tip. These are actually really cool. I mean, most people nowadays are using unicorn bottles anyway, but the fact that they include that on the bottle to make it easier, period, so you don't have to mess with it, that's really cool. Just another nod towards vapors to help make things easier for them. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on the cotton, obviously, because I'm not sure where else I would put this and make it easier to vape. So I've become a really big fan of this company, and it's not specifically because of the flavors. You know, if you've watched my other videos, you know I'm not obviously I'm not going to be a fan of every flavor they have, but nobody is. I'm a huge fan of the message and the goal behind the company, for how much they believe in vaping, for how much they support vaping, for how much they want to help people get involved with vaping and help them be able to stick with it. That is very impressive to me, to find companies and people that have that much passion and that much dedication to the point of vaping, not because of what they can get out of it. Not at all. It's what they can help others get out of it. That's really, really impressive to me. So when I come across a company like that, and there are many of them out there, don't get me wrong, but when I come across one like that, you know, I want to do what I can to support it. I want to do what I can to help them and things like that, which is why I do the videos that I do, and to help other people learn about companies such as Apothecary Elixirs. So it's not that I'm trying to impose my will or my opinion on anybody. I'm not trying to force it upon you. I just want to make sure that you understand that, you know, regardless of my review itself, I do still have my opinions about certain aspects of it, just like everybody else does. So I'm going to go ahead and cap this, and it is at my trusty 75 watts, and this is Elixir number 8 from Apothecary Elixirs. Clouds for days. An 87.5 on the VG, you better believe there's going to be some really good solid clouds out of it. And they do not disappoint. It's definitely clouds. Okay, so flavor-wise, this has got a very, very strong, heavy vape feel to that. It's more on a dessert level, but it's a hearty dessert. Now, one of the things that is on the description for this, as I was stating, is this does say that you can vape this right out of the bottle, but if you do let this steep a little bit, it definitely enhances and brings out the peanut butter, and it brings out the coconut as well. And it definitely does on this. I don't know how long, the steeping process is for everybody. Some people let a flavor steep for a day or two. Some may let it go for a week or not. But however, this has had time to steep a bit, and it definitely is an enhanced flavor. You get the peanut butter throughout the vape. Now, a lot of people are skeptical about peanut butter flavors in a vape because they think it's going to taste really funky. Now, when you think about it, it's not what you would first think of as a vape flavor. However, in this particular flavor, the peanut butter if you've ever eaten chunky peanut butter with like the peanuts in it, that's the taste that I get out of this. And there's obviously, you can tell there's no chunks in the bottle. I mean, it's liquid. But it has that chunky peanut butter taste, which is really impressive, but it's not overly sweet and it's not super strong, but you definitely cannot mistake it for anything else. I mean, it is peanut butter. Now, right on the very tail end of that, you're going to get your toasted coconut. And if you've ever had toasted coconut, the flavor is going to snap you right like instantly. If you haven't had it before, it has a nutty, hearty flavor to it, but it's not overpowering. It is just on the tail end of this. Now, the almond milk, because it's supposed to be marshmallows made of almond milk, it has a more fluffier, creamier undertone, and it's not a heavy custard type. Almond milk does have a heavier consistency than normal milk, obviously, but in this vape, it has a nice creamy undertone. It's not super heavy. So even though all three flavors can be considered heavier or heartier on their own, altogether they blend very well to where you have a hearty vape without it being too heavy and sitting in your gut. But it's definitely an all-day vape that you are going to be comfortable vaping on, and it's not something that you're going to have to keep vaping because you feel like you're not getting enough flavor out of it. This is definitely a flavorful vape. And at an 87.5, with as heavy as the clouds are on that, there isn't a throat hit whatsoever. At least I'm not getting one, and I'm not a fan of the throat hit. But this is very smooth. It is a very enjoyable, as you can see, I'm dripping more. It is a very enjoyable flavor, and this is definitely one that is right up my alley as far as dessert flavors. If you're looking for something a little different, but still in a dessert vein or something like that, definitely check out Elixir number 8 from Apothecary Elixirs. Mr. Williams, thank you so very much, you and your company as a whole. Amazing group of people, awesome message, awesome, company guideline that you guys are following. Definitely have my full support. Definitely check them out, guys. apothecaryelixirs.com. They're on Instagram and Facebook as well. As always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself that will help make vaping more enjoyable for you, however I can help enhance it for you, that is all I want to do. So definitely reach out to me. Let me know any questions you have, comments, concerns, whatever I can do to help fulfill that and answer those and make it a bit better for you, I absolutely will. But until next time, at the end of the day, no matter what, always remember, vape on, vape strong, and have a good night. About.